The waters around Puerto Rico have perhaps the longest legacy of USO activity. As the southern point of the mysterious Bermuda Triangle, the island has been at the center of USO debate for decades.
Puerto Rico is a hotspot for underwater UFO activity, and it seems to match the pattern of other cases.
Puerto Rico is considered in all of the Americas to be the place where there is the greatest number of USO sightings.
Members of the Puerto Rican-based ufology group Project Argus agreed to lead a tour of some of the island's more notable USO-related areas. Laguna Cartagena is an isolated lake near the southeastern corner of the island. It has become linked to much of Puerto Rico's reported USO activity.
I have been conducting investigations for years in Laguna Cartagena, where there's a lot of secrecy about USOs.
Laguna Cartagena since 1930 has been a place where hundreds of cases were reported of flying objects coming and going from the area.
On the 8th of October 2002, at about 9 p.m., Puerto Rican police officer and Project Argus member Carlos Torres witnessed a red glowing USO fly out of Laguna Cartagena at an incredible speed. Then it stopped and hovered just above the water.
I was a witness of an object suspended over Laguna Cartagena. The military got involved because they were also witnesses. The object flew away and then back from Monte Indio, and it stopped and hovered over Laguna Cartagena. After hovering for several minutes over the area, the object was seen to crash back into the lake. Another Argus member, Lucipi Quiñones, believes he captured the same object on videotape in 2004.
I took a video on November 20th, 2004, in the immediate area of Laguna Cartagena.
Seen for the first time, this may be video evidence of a USO. The brightly lit craft-like object was seen emerging from the water. Here it hovers for almost 1 minute before flying away.
In the mid-1990s, several attempts to disprove the USO activities were made, despite hundreds of witnesses that said they saw lights going in and coming out of the water. They have been seen all over Puerto Rico. Specifically, the most mentioned places are Laguna Cartagena and Route 303.
The region of Lajas, through which Route 303 runs, has been another source of significant USO and UFO reports, including a possible 1997 crash on Monte Indio that left behind a scorched earth impact zone and many unanswered questions.
In May 5, 1997, a UFO crashed there, burned many lands on the top of the mountains. And there was federals that night, and they obtained something that we don't know, a UFO.
After this 1997 incident, local government officials began to take USO and UFO sightings more seriously. As a direct result, the mayor of Lajas recently designated the roadway through the heart of Puerto Rico's UFO country as UFO Route 303. But for now, other USO-related events around the island are far more pressing for experts. In the hills around Lajas, a mysterious government aerostat, a tethered balloon-borne radar, is frequently launched up to 3 miles in the air. It ostensibly monitors air traffic and weather. However, USO researchers believe the balloon's real function is actually covert, to observe and record UFO and USO activity.
There is a government document in the legislature where a secret investigation was conducted, not public, but secret, about the USO events in the waters. But the document states that they do not pose any danger to humanity.
The volume of USO reports from around this small island has prompted speculation that the deep waters directly below the southern tip of the Bermuda Triangle, just offshore, conceal more than USOs. Experts and researchers from around the world believe they possibly hold a major USO base as well.
It is suspected that there is a base between La Peguera in an area near Cabo Rojo. It is also supposedly very deep and cavernous, and it goes in as far as Laguna Cartagena.
The motive for them coming in and out of the water is so that they are able to enter in one area and come out in a different area, in the underwater bases.
Could all these events simply be linked to local mysticism or the cultural myth of the Bermuda Triangle?
In Puerto Rican culture, the majority of the people here, even though they talk about the Chupacabra and the Bermuda Triangle, they do not believe in any of this.
Or is there possibly something more?
The USOs in Puerto Rico are real. There are hundreds of testimonies and witnesses. It's all real.
I think that the UFO phenomenon is real. Here in Puerto Rico, there have been hundreds of cases. That is a reality.
Some ufologists believe that unidentified submerged objects are able to move through our seas in ways that defy all principles of modern physics. Experts are confounded by the apparent ability of these vessels to travel at extreme depths, pass through ice with impunity, and cross water at supersonic speed.
These kinds of craft ostensibly can travel underneath the water because they are impervious to water, just like they're impervious to gamma rays, cosmic rays, impervious to anything that gets in the way of their traveling in space.
According to all information, we are dealing with a very advanced technology.
They circle ships and next thing you know, dive into the water. It's not a barrier to them. They just go from one medium to another.
In late 1969, while conducting their regular Operation Deep Freeze icebreaking exercises near Antarctica, U.S. Navy sailors aboard the USS Calcaterra apparently witnessed an unidentified submerged object with some extraordinary capabilities.
Ivan Sanderson in Argosy magazine, where he talks about an event somewhere in the Arctic when an object came up through the ice and took off. Really sort of burrowed its way through.
A large submarine-shaped object, at least 100 feet long, was seen bursting out of the frozen ocean, passing through several yards of solid ice at incredible speed.